Hi, my name's David and I'm from Woodside Hill. Today we're going to be talking about biodiversity. We're going to talk a bit about grasses, legumes, herbs, and then something about the less wanted guests, those that turn into weeds uh, for us. Of course, we can't quite compete with the native forest. Um, it's got somewhere between 50 and 100 plant species alone, but we do our best to keep up the necessities of life for insects, birds, etc. So I thought I'd run you through the sort of things we have here, what the various types of plants are, and in some cases what they indicate around soil and other growing conditions in the vineyard. Yeah, so here we have a lot of sweet fennel. Um, this indicates that the soil is quite acidic. So, and you can see the definition here between this side where I've been liming. I don't normally lime more than about this far out. So here's this indicator that this is low on lime. Well, if you've followed this video so far and you have anything to do with farming in New Zealand, you'll recognise what we have, which is a typical dryland mix of pasture grass species. So we do have a number of guests in the vineyard that probably come in on people or machinery, and I don't think they're too weedy, and I'm happy for those varieties to replicate across the vineyard. Let's have a look at those now. Well, again, I'm off to the side of the vineyard here with kikuyu and bit of paspalum, both of which are unwanted guests. It doesn't do much for the biodiversity here. You can see I've started to mow it, but really it's the soil pH that's the problem here. It's too low. Yeah, so here we have sedges. They're not particularly easy to see because I'm mowing them, and we'll see some pictures of them later. But they indicate that the soil's a bit damp in winter. And if you have a look at my vines here, you can see that some of the leaves are a little bit yellow. That's because it's a little bit damp in spring for them, and hence the growth's a little bit retarded as well. So the legumes, or the clovers if you like, they're an important part of the biosphere that we have here. They're the nitrogen fixers. They make sure that nitrogen is taken from the air and supplied to the soil and made available for other plants. So let's have a look at those. So lastly, we've got the flowering plants. We've tried wildflowers, but that's been very difficult on Waihi. The soil just gets too dry in spring. So what we've done is we've let the flowering plants move in, and let's take a look through them. Well, it's been a few weeks now and finally the wind stopped blowing. You would have noticed in the earlier parts of the video that there's quite a bit of wind noise, and sorry about that, but we've had sou'westers blowing for weeks. As you can see here, I've mown now. This is because the land has dried out so much the grass starts to become a fire risk, so hopefully everything has seeded and added to what's going to come up next year. So I must admit I was a little bit surprised that the inventory of what we've got in the vineyard here is 35 odd species. That's quite a lot. And of course I haven't counted what I consider the true weeds: gorse, blackberry, honeysuckle and so forth. We've even got issues with evening primrose coming up in certain parts of the vineyard. Yeah, so that's all for this time.